Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
So that's our intro. We're real fancy.
It was awesome.
It's so cute. Whitney did that. She's like,
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
Really?
she
I did. I made it.
Really?
It's
great.
It's
You're
like
hired.
pride and joy. I'm never doing it again.
Oh.
It was the
Too
bane
late,
of my
Cassie already
existence.
hired you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, you signed a contract, you just didn't know.
I quit. No.
She worked on
Okay.
it for a while.
It took me like a
Oh.
month. I feel like it
Yeah.
took forever to
Oh
get
my
it
You did a
down.
great job.
Well, thank you. We don't get to use
Yeah.
it very often until we started these new lives. Hi, Sandy. Thank you. Okay, so Cassie, Caitlin, introduce yourselves.
Cassie, you go first.
Oh, me first. Okay. Well, I'm Cassie. I am half of P&W Haunts and Homicides.
And I'm the other half, Caitlin.
My other half.
Yes. My other half.
So tell us what got you into podcasting?
So we actually knew each other from junior high and high school and had kind of stayed in touch off and on throughout the years. But during quarantine, we bumped into each other on a Facebook group for another true crime podcast. And we were like, whoa, no way.
Hey, what's
So,
up?
yeah.
You're creepy too.
Yeah.
It's always nice
Yeah.
when you have a safe space to talk true crime
Yeah.
because the outside world doesn't understand it.
No, they don't. Yeah.
And I love
then
that.
She...
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was
I was
love
just going to
that.
continue the story.
Yeah. Well, I just love that because that's a lot of how mine and Melissa's relationship began. So continue your story, and then
that's
I'll look and tell you
great.
ours.
So yeah, she messaged me and was like, just out of the blue after we had commented on the same thing, and was like, hey, have you ever thought of like starting a podcast? And I was like, I don't know if she's like wanting me to like join her, if she's wanting me to like just listen to her podcast. And I was
Or if this is like an MLM thing that you're like,
Yeah, I was
I
like,
think
"Ain't no way."
also, I have some essential oils that might interest you.
like, oh no.
I saw
Lord.
his sweatshirt earlier today that says my essential oil is chloroform, and I fell in love with it.
Yes.
So dark. So dark.
That's
good
how
one.
I like it. It's great.
That and the diffuser.
So
Yeah.
were you guys like Facebook friends or kind of just fell off and didn't really talk to each other from like middle school, and then you were like, holy crap, I know this girl.
Yeah, we've been Facebook friends the
Okay.
whole
Yeah.
time, pretty much after high school, but we just never like, I don't know why we never talked.
Well, you
really
moved
don't.
away. And
Oh,
I was
that's
like, I'm just
true.
going to stay right here because that
That's
seems
true.
a lot easier.
That's-
Moving
moving is a
seems
pain.
really hard. Why would I do
It
that?
But I came back.
Yeah.
So my next question, what podcast group was it that you remember?
Ooh, should we say? I think everybody knows. We've said it
Yeah.
on the podcast
It's true,
before.
yeah. We say that like it's like top secret or
I
something.
know, I was
We
like,
talk
oh my
about it
God,
all
who
the
Is this a
time.
private Facebook group, and why aren't we a member of it?
I don't think it's I mean, you just literally have to like message them and answer the perfunctory questions
Yeah.
about.
Will you be courteous? Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I always
Will you
will.
follow the
I
rules?
mean, I'll
no,
try.
no, because I didn't read the rules. But
Right.
sure,
I just
Yeah.
type yes.
Yeah. No, it was a morbid fan group. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
probably in it with you and just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's so many people in those groups. It's kind of insane. I mean, we probably should have expect to bump into each other somewhere at some
Yeah.
point, but
Yeah.
you just don't think you will.
All right. So during quarantine, that's kind of when you guys you started doing the podcast. Did you start recording, or like how did that process happen for you guys?
Oh my gosh. The podcast feels like a lot older than it is because we spent so much time researching,
does.
right? Am I right, Cassie? Back me.
Yeah.
here.
Oh my gosh. When did I think we met like for the first time in like October or something
Yeah.
of 2020. And then we launched May 22nd of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. So they thought about it a lot harder than we did.
Yeah.
Well, we knew we wanted to do it, but we knew we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we were
No
doing.
clue.
We just wing it. Like we were just like, let's do it. Okay, let's set the computer right here and record on my phone. It'll be fine. It'll sound
It'll be
okay.
We'll figure
No
it
big
out
deal.
later.
And
I
then there's
love it.
us who arrives an hour early just to make sure that they have everything ready to go.
And we were recording 5 minutes ago.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes, we were like, sorry, we gotta go. We're supposed to be live
We were
right
recording
now.
with another podcast, a collab, and we're like,
Oh my
all
god.
right, it's like 5 minutes till. We probably should get going.
Go.
It was a hilarious one.
Oh my
though.
gosh.
I think I would have a heart attack.
A year
no.
ago, I would have had a heart attack, but now
Yeah.
it's getting so much easier. Just like you guys, we started during COVID. Whitney and I would have weekly dinners because really we only talked
Aw.
to each other then.
Yeah.
And they were the only people we were around. You know,
Yeah.
like we had
Yeah.
kind of quarantined all together. And so that was our Wednesday dinners is what kind of kept us going.
Yeah.
Aw.
So then one day we
Love
just
that.
decided to start recording in my kitchen with all of
Oh
our
my
kids
gosh.
around.
Between
was-
the two of
Oh,
us. Yeah,
I
between the
love
two of
that.
us, we have 4 boys.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
ranging from 6 to 15.
15. Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
always loud. And we picked the kitchen because that seems like the logical choice to
It was a
record
table.
something.
We didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like yelling at our kids in those first few episodes.
my gosh.
Oh my
We
gosh.
put 'em
Are
out
they
there.
still on?
They
Oh, yeah.
are. Not for long.
Oh.
We're
We're
working
I know what I'm
redoing
doing
them.
tomorrow.
we're working on redoing them. But 1 through 6 are real rough.
Real rough.
Around 7, we were like, hey, we should probably go into like a bedroom or somewhere there's soft surfaces, you know? Out-
Yeah. The
My
echo
hus-
is rough in a space
It's
like
so
that.
bad. Yes.
This is my husband. We do have 6 boys total if you count our husbands, ranging from 6 to
Oh.
old. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Fair statement.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They're silly.
So
I'm good with
around
just the
episode-
137-year-old.
He's enough.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to manage.
Yes.
I will say that our 7th episode is still one of my favorite episodes. Although we started day drinking at like 10 a.m.
We
that
did.
day, and we didn't record till like 8 o'clock at night.
I don't know
and
why.
you can
That's
tell.
not-
I like
not-
that.
It's not crazy typical, but I don't know. I'm sure there was underlining circumstances.
Yeah.
For us
There
to
was
day
a
drink.
reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
We
not
were in a
important what that
pandemic.
was.
Well, yeah, we didn't have anything to do ever. That
Reason
might have
enough.
been the reason. There was nothing to do.
Oh my gosh.
But
Oh,
it's
it's good.
hilarious. Like
It's
it's
a good
not,
episode.
it's like BTK, but it's so funny.
Oh
my
no.
gosh.
I'm definitely going to listen.
Yeah, I'm going back.
Yeah.
You'll have to
Um,
scroll a little bit. We've got about 130 episodes out now, but you'll find it.
Oh,
It's worth
yeah.
it. I'm obsessed with the fact that he liked to wear women's underwear, undergarments, whatever the proper term we're supposed to use now.
Yeah.
But I could not get over the fact that he liked women's underwear. And I comment on it multiple times. When
Yeah.
you go back,
Well,
it's a good one.
well, she thought the neighbors were giving him the panties, and that's what she says. at the end.
I
Oh.
was like, did he go over and ask for a cup of sugar and some panties?
and some panties. Oh my
And I'm like,
gosh.
no, he stole them.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude.
Yeah. That
It was
is
hilarious.
that's an important clarification, I feel
Yes.
like.
Yeah.
But since then, I guess panties is no longer an appropriate word to use. I don't
No?
know.
Are
I
y'all
don't know.
both
That's what people
extroverts?
told us.
Are y'all both extroverts or is one of y'all an introvert?
Cassie.
I'm kind of introverted a little bit.
That's me. That's
Yeah.
me. Whitney's
Yeah.
way more outgoing than I am.
I'll talk
Yeah.
to a fence post.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way, although I'm finding that I know a lot of people that like me were very, very extroverted pre-COVID. And then something kind of clicked and we're like, maybe I'm like an ambivert now. Social
bit of both.
situations just like really overwhelm me so much easier.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just getting older or
Probably a
knows?
combination. And it's
Yeah.
just being isolated for so long, like you just didn't use that, so you kind of a little bit lost it.
Yeah. Only with
Yeah.
Cassie, and she's so nice. She never tells me when I'm being weird or so.
No,
So I'm
I
gonna
just like to let
practice.
people talk and I
She
can
accepts
listen
you
and
as you are.
yeah.
See?
Oh gosh.
That's
Warts and
awesome.
all.
It's
We
it's
love
She
fine.
has so many.
So what is y'all's specialty? Y'all do paranormal or ghosty type spookies plus true crime?
Yeah.
So our format is basically, unless we have a case on either topic that is more than one episode, it rotates each week. So it'll be like a spooky one and then a true crime one, and that's kind of the format. That's how I got her to agree to this. She was like, "Yes, I
Mhm.
want to do this, but we have to talk about ghosts too." And like paranormal
Yep.
stuff and aliens and all of that. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm never sleeping again. Here we go.
And isn't it funny that like murder and serial killers don't
Yeah.
scare you,
No.
but this
The
other
unknown. It's the unknown.
Yes, me too.
That's absolutely what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then we kind of decided together that we both hadn't really been playing with our tarot cards as much as we did when we were younger. It's like for us, I feel like that was
Mhm.
kind of like MASH almost, you know?
Okay.
Oh,
We did
yeah.
tarot cards instead of MASH. So you'd be like, does he like me? And he
let me see.
yeah, which is very
That is
unsatisfying as a teen.
so
There are
cool.
no yes and no cards.
Nope,
That is
there's
cool.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is super. Whitney and I, did we do that? No, we
Yes.
just, we did. I
Twice.
didn't know if we just saw a psychic and kind of got a reading, but no, we did do tarot cards one time when we were on a trip, and it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a
They
lot
are
of fun.
Mhm.
It's addictive though. We already had, at least one or two decks between the two of us. And now suddenly we've managed to acquire some more. And we have like, oh, this one's for our true crime cases. This one's for our paranormal stories.
And
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to
Mhm.
learn how to do it.
It's really easy. I mean, anyone can do it, and we're definitely not like professionals or like psychics or anything. We just kind of, you just shuffle the cards really, and then you like think about what your intention is. So you have to put your intention on it. And ours is usually just a deeper insight into whatever we're talking about. And then we, shuffle, do a card pull. We just kind of feel what we think is right.
Holy cow.
And
Okay.
then we have books that we read all the definitions. So it's not like we memorize the
Okay.
cards or
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Ah.
we Google if we can't figure out something. So we really just
We
rely
did
on the
that.
books and stuff.
After our reading, we wrote everything down during it, and then like,
Well, to be honest,
Oh.
let's tell the full story. So
Okay.
Yeah.
because it was
Give
kind
us
of a shit
everything.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once a quarter, Melissa and I travel to locations. If you don't kind of know about us, once a quarter we go to these places where someone has gone missing, someone has been murdered. We meet with family members or case advocates and do whatever we can to help that family advance their case, whether it's hand out flyers. We've stood on the street corner participating in honkin' waves. We've
Oh
done
my
foot searches. We've
gosh.
done sign us up. We're there to help you however we can help you bring awareness to your loved one's case. And we just choose one once a quarter. Well, when we went to Indianapolis to cover the Naja Farrell case, we were like, let's get a tarot reading. We go out to this bar to get a glass of wine, which we were the oldest person on this entire street, I feel like.
And it was loud. And we
And
went
it
to a
was
piano
loud.
bar, and we
Yeah.
were
Oh,
still the
gosh.
oldest people.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yeah.
So do you know how every large town has like one street that's all bars?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
in Austin,
Yeah.
Texas, it's 6th Street or Rainy Street. So
Makes sense.
this place in Indianapolis, I don't even remember what the street name was. We go there because we're like, oh, they'll have a nice like piano bar, whatever. And it was dead. There was not a lot of people walking the streets like normally for this area.
Yeah, and it was a Saturday night.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're walking and we're like
That's so
looking
bizarre.
around. We're trying to find a tarot reading. We're trying to put some like appointments in online. We finally find one. We get an appointment. We have a glass of wine. We realize we're too old to be there and leave. abruptly.
Well, we finished our wine and then we
Obviously.
left.
Yeah. Don't throw the
What were
baby out
they
with
playing?
the bathwater.
I don't even know what they were
No,
playing
it
song
was
wise.
our music. Like it was
Okay.
it wasn't any I don't know what it was.
They had to dust off the can that the wine came out of.
Yes.
Oh
'Cause
my
nobody
goodness.
drinks wine at a piano
At a bar.
Okay.
Bar.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
Leave immediately. Big red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't maybe do throw that out with
Yeah.
the yeah.
So we made this appointment. We have our glass of wine. We're like, okay, we're just going to walk the street, whatever. We threw some stickers out where they had stickers. No big deal. And we left. We get back and we're like, why was it so dead on a Saturday night? They had a shooting earlier in the week there.
Well, when we got out of the bar, there was like cop cars lining the road. And we were only in there 20, 30 minutes. And we're like, what happened? And we're kind of like, whatever, maybe they're just monitoring. We kind of walk around. We end up, once we get back to our rental car, I'm like Googling it to see like, oh, if there's something happened. Yeah. And then we find out then that there was a shooting there. Like 3 people got shot like
my
a week
God.
before.
Yeah.
We're like,
And we're like, oh, maybe this was the wrong scene for us or the right.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're a
Yeah,
little too
kind
on
of
brand here.
A little bit of both, yeah.
We want to go help, but we don't want to be shot at. Like there's a fine line for us here.
Yeah. Ideally, you strike that happy medium.
Mhm.
yes.
So we get back to the hotel for our virtual tarot card reading. It was going to be virtual because of COVID. Most shops were closed down. No big
Yeah.
deal. She ghosts me for my appointment.
She does. She
What?
does not show up to Whitney's
Rude.
appointment.
Yeah. And we're
Oh my
like, this is a
goodness.
terrible idea. This is me. What does this mean? What does it mean when your
won't
psychic
tell us.
ghosts you on your
Right.
appointment?
Something I said.
Yeah. What did she see when I applied for this
Ooh.
appointment about my life that she
She's like,
did
I
not feel the
can't-
need to report to me?
I can't
Yeah.
tell this
No.
girl her future. I can't do it.
Oh no.
So Whitney's calling like her corporate office.
I'm like, I want my money back. I already paid for it. You ghosted me.
Prepaid?
Yes, because you booked it online.
Oh.
So
Not
then
cool.
she shows up to mine, which is scheduled right after Whitney.
No way. Stop.
And then I like lean over. I'm like,
Hey,
forget about me?
Hello.
We had an
I'm right
appointment.
here. And I don't know
Wow.
what she said.
She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was rain. I don't remember what it was. She was
I
like,
don't
I lost
remember.
track of time or who knows what. A
Yes.
psychic should be on time always, I feel like.
Yeah.
But she was like, I lost track of time or something like that. She's like, but I can do y'all together. And we're like, okay.
No.
Yeah. I mean, we did
did.
ask about like our podcast and like our future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really good. I've had better ones before. And
I would
so-
say.
Well, she was
okay.
like FaceTiming us and like she would
Yeah.
forget to turn the phone around so we could see the cards.
Yeah.
We'd be like, we can't
Oh.
see it.
She was on her back
Okay.
patio and we could hear her neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh,
geez.
no.
So wasn't that great?
I'm like,
Yeah.
leave it to me and
Goodness.
Whitney to try to know our future.
Yeah. You can't know the unknowable.
You know.
Apparently.
So it was a fun experience.
It was
And we
good.
still have a credit.
So funny.
We do still have a credit to a online
A credit?
yeah, to an online psychic.
Us money back or something.
Can you get a
Yeah.
different psychic or does it have to be the same lady?
I
Good
don't
question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. We
Oh
haven't
my
like looked
gosh.
back at it since that
No,
day.
I hope it didn't expire over the new year.
Oh
my
no.
gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, it was for like $60. So
Okay.
That's
Well, if
still
you guys
$60
want
of my
a-
future, I want to know.
16. I thought it
Yeah.
was like $16.
No, 60.
Oh, was it 60?
Yeah. It was
Oh, yeah.
expensive.
Okay,
yeah, I
I'm
was
gonna
gonna
use that.
say
Dandy.
$16 is definitely not right.
Yeah.
I don't think she
No.
gave the full money back though. I
No,
can't remember.
that girl never gave me my money back. In the process of waiting for your appointment, we
Oh,
applied
yeah.
for the other website.
Oh
We tried
my
another website and
gosh.
I bought credits to set up a thing and then she called us.
Yes,
And
that's
that's it.
right. That's
Wow.
right.
And I
We
was
were
typing
really-
notes and we Googled it.
That is
Oh my
just too
gosh.
much.
Yeah, we're a mess at no matter what we do.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you didn't
Well,
have high expectations for meeting us because we
This
will
is
lunch with
great.
them. We will not set them.
Oh my gosh. We'll
These
have you
great
guys
stories.
come on with us and we'll do a tarot reading for you.
Totally.
100%.
Yeah. Zero
That would be
dull
awesome.
hairs so that we can
Zero
wipe
dull
the
hairs.
slate clean.
Can I use
Yes.
my credit?
Yes.
She'll transfer it to you.
I don't know. I feel like that
You're like, no.
credit
don't
has
mean,
do
bad
that.
juju. I don't
I'm
know
like,
if I
I'll
want
pay in
it.
stickers. Do you want some? My money's tied up over in credits, so
Yeah.
I can't. My tarot budget is max.
The way my account is set up.
Oh my-
this money right here. I love that skit.
Oh my
no matter what.
gosh. Oh, that's so
That's
good.
funny.
That's
Good
so
times.
good.
I've never
Oh.
actually had a tarot reading from like a professional. Have you, Caitlin?
Not from anybody that like did it professionally. I've had it done by other people that were definitely more advanced, and they were the type of person that made like flashcards with like the definitions and all like the keywords and stuff like that. So they just know
Ooh.
from memory what each card means, and I'm like,
Wow.
I'm just not looking to try that hard.
Yeah.
I just, you know, it
Yeah, you
seems
don't
like a
have
lot.
to. You can
Yeah.
just
I
read
mean,
from the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't call the lady we saw a professional either.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
No.
that's fair. Oh,
Interesting.
I've had
So
it
you-
done one. I'm like, man, do I
A
seem like a
lot.
No,
You're
I
a
went to
tarot
a
card
psychic.
whore.
One.
hello, don't be giving away our title. It's kind of our thing, guys.
Okay, we can't step on toes. I mean, maybe like 2 or 3 times.
Okay, I don't think that's a lot.
We had someone
Yeah.
come on. We had a different podcast. Whitney, your friend.
We
that
were
came
on, yeah, we were on another podcast,
Yes.
Loose Lips
Oh.
with Gator Ships, and she at the end of our thing,
Oh my god, that is so cute.
it's a
Stop.
cute.
It
Yeah.
is cute.
Stop.
So she talks about a lot of different things. Like she had
Random
a previous stripper. She's no longer a stripper on. She had us on as true crime podcasters. So she like talks to all different types of people, and her nickname's Gator. So that's where it comes from.
Oh,
I
and
that's
she
love
cool.
it. Cassie,
She
did
did.
you write this down for us?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, Loose Lips with Gator Ships.
I saw her
She's
like
She did a tarot reading at the end of our little collaborative episode, and it was like we were maybe 5, 6,
Yeah, we were-
maybe 10 maximum episodes in
Yeah.
when she
Oh,
did
really?
Oh,
We
wow.
definitely
That's
didn't
cool.
have a direction at that point.
You're like,
Nope.
"Ah."
we were just
that.
chatting.
We were still talking about BTK's underwear,
Yeah. Well, you know, as
Yes.
one does.
Yes,
as one does on a
Yeah.
Wednesday.
You got to find your way.
Yeah,
we did.
and then we had the
I
one
love
in
that.
and that's it. We're due for one, I guess.
And we are due
Mhm.
for one because it's been a while, and we
Excellent.
definitely have pivoted.
Pivot.
Pivot.
Evolved.
We've evolved.
We've evolved a little bit.
So do you guys typically only do Pacific Northwest cases, or you kind of go everywhere?
Yep, just
Well-
Pacific Northwest for now. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Caitlin.
Well, I mean-
I was like, I'm like trying to like psychically communicate with you. Like, how much do you want me to say about my idea?
All of it. Spill the beans.
Yeah.
You heard it first on
Spill
Cold
the
Crimes
tea.
and Cabernet.
What idea? Yeah. The sister idea.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can talk about it.
Okay. I'm like, Mom, can I talk about it with my
Yeah,
friends? So we had the idea. We've been talking with a ton of new friends across the country, and made friends with another podcast in Canada. And I was like, I feel like I want a way to talk about other cases outside of the PNW, but still keep it like, hey, we're not changing the podcast, you guys.
Yeah.
We just found a loophole.
Sure.
So I started looking for sister cities for, kind of some of the big cities here in the PNW. So Seattle, Portland, and they have a lot of sister cities, and the cases are bonkers.
What do you mean by sister cities? I've heard that comment or that title several times lately, and I don't know that I've ever like searched out what is Austin's sister city.
Yeah. I don't know what sister cities Austin has specifically, but I can tell you, like, the city of Portland has several. And so they basically apply to have kind of this collaborative relationship and do like different events and things like that. It's just kind of a special little connection that you have, like, with these international cities. So like one of them for us is Bologna in Italy.
Ooh.
So there are some really, really bonkers cases out of there. And there's some crazy ones in our sister city in Japan, it sounds like, Sapporo. So I'm going to start looking into some of those. Yeah, I just was like, I kind of want to mix it up and do something fun and just maybe do that occasionally, because, man, there is so much fodder for true crime in the PNW.
Yeah.
They all come here.
You guys are a hub.
That's one thing I was going to say is if you never stop covering anything outside of the PNW, like, y'all have a lot. You've got a
lot of content right there.
Yeah, there's plenty. Like, everybody just stop committing these types of crimes because we're fine.
Yeah, you gotta know.
What's the deal with the floating feet?
Floating feet.
I think only you and Laura know about this.
So, my best friend from high school used to live outside of Seattle area. Her husband was in the Army, and she used to send me, like, at least, I don't know, once a week. I feel like it may have been more frequent than that. It may have been less than that, but it's a lot. Less than that. She used to send me all the time.
Not like feet.
I don't like feet, so this is a thing.
So this is kind of a okay. I see.
But they would find feet that would wash up on shore, lots of times in shoes, lots of times not in shoes. It would be like on the regular, like another foot was found. Okay, this is number 16,847. What's with the feet? What of your animal life out there in the ocean don't like feet?
Yes, I have heard about this, and if the Pacific Northwest is not the only place where this phenomenon has occurred.
Of course. It's just that's the only place I connect to.
Yeah. No, because I looked at basically some cases that they thought were all connected, that people's body parts were washing up. I think it was a beach somewhere on the East Coast. Don't quote me. But it's the same phenomenon, it sounds like, if you believe what they say. So I don't know.
What do they say?
So they say that essentially these are people where either their bodies are disposed of in water, or they're people that drown, any number of ways that their bodies end up in the water, and parts and pieces eventually come away and wash up on the shore.
I mean, if you think about it in not a disturbing way, but the feet, they don't have a lot of meat.
Right. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I've learned and forgotten already so much on this topic, but yes, there's actually a lot of really interesting information out there about it. Super disturbing. Don't be eating, or about to eat, or going to sleep, maybe.
My husband says it happens a lot in New York because the ankle has a weak ligament. Thank you for that descriptor.
Yes. Here, he said it separates easily.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, it's true. I've done so much research on this, which is just things you say out loud when you're a true crime podcaster, right? But
I'm already like, I hate the day that I die and someone has to clear my search history.
Rough time.
This woman, we're going to do a podcast about her.
Yeah, just on her search history alone. We'll be here for 6 years.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I have a true crime podcast about a true crime podcaster that died.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, have you guys watched the latest Dexter? The new season?
I have not. So I need to.
All right.
I've heard it was good. No.
Don't spoil it, Caitlin.
I know. I'm like, what can I say?
I mean, the way it ended regularly before the reboot was shit. Crap. Sorry,
Right.
live.
Not an unpopular opinion, I think, in this crowd.
Correct.
I liked it.
Yeah.
You liked the way it originally ended, where he just floated off on a boat?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't mind because in my mind, he still went off and did something cool. So like, it's fine.
But I need to know what that is.
Just make it up in your head. Fan
That's
fiction.
not as fun.
In my head, nobody wants to hang out there.
Sometimes
No,
I don't even want to hang out there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what wine's for.
Yeah, guys, it's a weird place. Trust me.
Then
Ugh,
your
like going
story
there.
would be crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
TV
Yeah,
couldn't make it up.
yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
So we told you about how we still do, go once a quarter on these trips. Our second quarter trip last year, we were actually up in the Lacey, Washington area. I don't know where you guys are located in the PNW.
We're
Just
in
over
Oregon.
yonder.
Yeah.
Oregon. Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You're over yonder that way.
yeah.
Yep.
To me here in Texas anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we covered a case out of Lacey. It's the Karen Bodine case. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Mhm.
It's probably a pretty well-versed case in the area. I feel like there was a lot of attention on it not long ago with the Seattle Crime Con.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 It was big in the news then
that like-
because they were part of the CrowdSolve event.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you paid money and you got to see like all of the police records, like every
Mhm.
single thing that they had, and essentially break up into groups and see if you can solve it or find
Yeah.
something.
Create a new
out of it.
lead.
Yeah, that's
It's a really
cool.
neat concept.
It really
You do have to
is.
sign like an NDA and you spend
Oh,
an
God.
entire
Yeah,
weekend
that makes sense.
locked in a room.
Going
Yeah.
over evidence and yeah, it's definitely a crazy one that Whitney and I are like, it
I
could
just
be
feel like
solved.
it should be solved. It could be
It
solved.
could
Yeah.
be solved. Yes.
Yeah, I think the
Oh.
vast majority of cases, there are some really crazy outliers where you're like, I just know we're not meant to know.
Mhm.
But I think for the
Yeah.
most part, it's, if we have good detective work on the front end and people keep it, active and in their minds, it's
Mhm.
almost every case is probably solvable. We have a lot of technology to be
Yeah.
able to do it.
Especially, yeah, nowadays I'm like, these killers are not going to get far like they did back in the like
Right.
70s and 80s. Like
Yeah.
that's not going to happen anymore. We recorded an episode today and I talked about the Dejuan Sims case out of Michigan, and that one I honestly do not think will ever be solved. But it's a missing kid, and
Yeah.
it's been
Oh.
since the 90s, and it's
Mhm.
never
Yeah.
they've never found him. I'm like, they're never going to.
Well,
Kids
and
are
it's
the worst.
yeah,
Worst.
yeah, and it's tough too. I think when they don't missing persons cases are, I think, a little bit more difficult than an actual
Yes.
homicide. Because if we have a
Yes.
body, we might be able to get something.
Yeah, you have a
from
lot
that.
more evidence and you know if it was a homicide or not. And I think with
Right.
missing persons, it's just, it's like nothing,
Yeah.
especially if it's a missing adult. It's a little bit
Right.
easier if it's a missing kid.
Right.
However, yeah, it's just sucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, they have every right to go missing.
Yeah.
Can
But
we
they
stop
wouldn't-
saying that?
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
No.
some
There's
people
like
do
the
that.
one girl
There's-
that did it. Okay,
Yes.
come on.
But just to
She's-
start a new life, like Whitney
Yeah.
and I have talked about, like how much money do you have to just start a new life?
Come on.
Money and guts, because it's freaking
Right.
scary. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely. There's a lot of cold cases that are being solved, and most of those are actually, homicide cases, but we've
Yes.
covered a couple. I'm really bad about my podcast listening because I spend so much time researching
Same.
now. But I
Mhm.
listened to one of your guys' quarterly cases more recently. And I'm not sure what part of the country it was in. I was so
Who was
curious
it?
about all of the details of it, but I was like, wait, where is this again?
Which case was it? Or like what
Um,
happened in the case, if you remember? If it's the most recent one, it's probably Jason Landry.
Yes. Yes. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's your most recent one, because what a lot of times I do with podcasts, and I'm the weirdo, where I will start with like the most current couple of episodes, and then I go backwards because I'm like, okay, I want to see how like the show started. But I don't know. Some people like to go like straight to the start, and I'm like, well, I don't
Give
know.
them
Like,
a chance.
yeah.
If
Our
you listen
first
to
episode
ours,
sucked.
yes, same.
Yeah.
Our first 6 suck. You'll learn.
They definitely
We'll see.
improve. Like, I feel like we're fine. We just went back to one of our cases that we wrote about a year ago, and we're like, what were we talking about?
Oh, no.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
our notes were all over the place. I'm like, I don't know if we said all of this in the podcast or not, but
Yeah. But
definitely
you learn.
you do.
Yeah.
You definitely learn a lot.
I feel like you learn real quick too, because you jump in and then you're like, oh, I made all of these mistakes. Let's fix them real quick.
Yeah.
People are going to tell you that you
Yeah.
make the mistakes.
Oh boy, do they. Oh,
And they'll
man,
tell
yeah.
you things that you can't change about yourself. And you're like, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cassie, you probably don't even know this because you don't really look at our socials, but I have to ask you guys this. You've been at this a little bit longer than us. You've done a ton more episodes. Have you ever had somebody send you like links and information for speech therapy or like things like that? Because apparently I can be taught to not say like, and I was like, I didn't realize I said it that much like. I mean,
I
like,
cut out most of them.
And then I was so embarrassed. I'm like, do I say like that much? Like. And
No,
now I
but
can't.
we have not gotten that recommendation, but we have gotten emails on how to properly pronounce certain city names.
Yes,
Oh,
city names
yeah.
is the worst.
Is a big one. We were
Louisiana,
also told,
especially.
Oh, I can
You're
imagine.
always
Everything.
You're always wrong in Louisiana.
Always.
But like our TikTok gets the most flack. I think the biggest one was we made a funny video and we
It
had
was
planned.
so funny.
It's such a good video. I stand by it.
I stand by it.
We
too.
had like a shot list. We had to go to 3 different locations. We had like
This was
we had planned
out.
it out. Okay, like our whole plan was to try to get 19 Crimes wine, if you know what that is.
Yes,
Snoop Dogg.
we
Okay.
do.
Snoop
So
Dogg.
we were trying to get Snoop Dogg and 19 Crimes wine attention. So we came up with a shot list. We had a plan. Like we had a shot schedule. We took all 4 of our children to Sam's Club in a pandemic so we could get the shots. Like we were committed, guys. Committed. We
Absolute
put it
fire.
together. Yeah. We put it together. We put it out there. We thought it was the funniest thing ever. I mean, we're loading like what? 50, 60 maybe bottles of wine. It was like 10 cases.
We're just
of
throwing
wine.
cases into our cart to be funny.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and we write like stock it up for the weekend. Like it was clearly a joke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got so many comments. Alcoholism is funny, and that's the most exercise those 2 have gotten in their entire lives.
Oh
Yes.
my
And
god.
look at the one.
No.
Wait,
And then
they said, "Look at that one. She's clearly damaged. Look at her hair because I have red hair."
I have pink hair. How dare they?
What?
yeah, I was
So,
like,
Oh my god.
Of course, we put the 60 cases back and only take the regular 6 bottles of wine home.
Oh my God.
Like a
it's
normal
good
people.
wine.
It's fine. And we go out or go home and we're like filling up our wine or whatever. And people are starting to comment on this. And of course, we're like a bottle in, a bottle and a half in. And Whitney gets feisty and is like, let's respond. Because that's never.
I love it. Yes,
So?
that's how I want to do it.
That is how you have done it too, right?
So I've asked, like, oh, what therapy do you recommend since I'm damaged? And then on the weight one, I was like, oh, what MLM do you sell products for? Because I clearly need to sign up. Like I was getting
my
feisty and I was like, I need to just put the phone down. Phone down. It was
I
crazy.
love that.
It
Oh
was
my
hilarious.
God. Oh my
people are
God.
So
just
did you guys take
assholes.
it down?
Heck no.
No.
We then
Oh,
shared
good,
it on
okay.
our Instagram.
We put it on our Instagram to see if there was a different market there.
Yeah.
No, they didn't like it either.
They didn't either.
Oh
It's fine.
my.
It was
Okay.
funny. I'm
Clearly, you're not making light of alcoholism there. I'm going to go
No.
out on a limb and say you guys were just being, silly.
We were.
And like we overdid it so that it was like clearly
Right,
this is
so
a
it was
joke.
obvious. Yeah.
It was obvious. It was like we were putting cases and cases in our cart of the same wine. Of course, we would mix
Right.
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Who
like
wants
that. I like
60
that
bottles
logic.
of the same kind of wine?
Duh.
Nobody. Come on,
Oh my
people.
gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
I'm
great.
dying.
It was
It
like a
was,
blast.
yeah.
And now
We
it's like one of my
learned
favorite
people
videos.
are just jerks.
They
But yeah,
are.
we get things every now and then. I would be ticked if someone said speech therapy. I mean, it depends. I am an advocate because I say things way differently than Whitney does, but I come from a different area, and I'm like, that's just how I talk. Like,
Mhm.
there are
Yeah.
thousands of other
Mhm.
podcasts. Go listen to them.
Exactly.
That's
Right.
exactly. Why do you have to say anything? Just move
But then
along.
you also got to think of it like we had an email the other day that was literally like 17 paragraphs. And I was like, good God,
Oh my
who's going to
gosh.
spend that much time writing out a detailed paragraph formatted email to us about how to say the Louisiana words correctly?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I was like,
I mean,
she was
it
nice.
really
I mean,
It
like we
depends if they're respectful, right?
yeah.
Yes,
And
and
she was very kind. And
she
she's like, if you
was.
ever need
Yeah.
assistance, like please
That's
so
don't
sweet.
hesitate. She like sent us
Yeah.
her cell phone number and was like, please feel free to call me. I'll tell you how to say the words. And I'm like, it's okay.
Oh.
I put them in Google Translate. They tell me how to say it and I still do it wrong. So I don't know that that's
No.
gonna help.
I know.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
we stay
It's
in our
hard.
neck of the woods. It's going to get interesting if we do some sister cities.
Especially since
Yeah.
they're all like foreign. That's gonna be
Yes.
interesting.
Good luck.
They're like, yeah.
We've talked a lot about going overseas, but we don't know the laws as well there. So we're like nervous about that.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is kind
that's
of
hard.
tricky too. Yeah. I mean, if there's one thing Amanda Knox's case taught us, it's that we don't know what's going on across the
Yes.
pond.
Very true.
No.
True story.
Yeah. So I want to hear more about your ghost stories. Tell me how you do
Yeah.
the ghost story. Like, how do you choose it?
Yeah.
What are
is
your
it
what are
like-
your paranormal parameters?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
so
that. Paranormal parameters.
Parameters.
TM,
I'm
TM,
gonna start
TM.
using that.
Trademark Cold Crumbs Cabernet.
So I actually do all of the paranormal side, and
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin does all of the true crime because I'll listen to it, but I don't want to see all of the things.
Sure.
I don't want that much detail. So I do all of the paranormal, and pretty much I just kind of start Googling. I mean, we've had a couple of suggestions that we just kind of like jump
Yeah.
on because I want to like, yes,
You
thank you
just
for your
did
suggestion.
one.
Now I know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've done a couple of those, but I pretty much just start Googling. I might have a place in mind, like I want to jump around and not just stay like in one area. So I'll, go to Alaska, I'll go to British Columbia, northern. I don't know if I've done any Northern California yet. Maybe that's where I'll have to go next.
That's where I'm from.
Oh,
Ooh.
do you know of any haunted places?
Yeah, give us some.
I'm chicken when it comes to that stuff. So
Any aliens?
So
Any
do you know the show
weirdness?
Supernatural? The show Supernatural?
Yes.
So I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. Melissa's
Same.
like, that's scary. I can't
it's
watch that.
scary.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
it's not for
talk
me.
about someone dismembering a body,
I
but
could do that.
the
I could do
Bloody
it.
Mary is too much for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Caitlin. Yeah.
Someone just asked in the chat if I was making a reference to Ghostbusters, and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen it since
Just
I
say-
was a
say
kid because it was
yes.
really scary.
Just say
Because I was like,
Just say yes.
So I'm guessing you
Just
haven't
put on
seen
your
the new
proton
one.
pack.
I saw it as a kid, and I was like, oh, I don't know. This is.
Yeah.
Oh, these horror movies are just not for
Yeah.
me.
These 1980s graphics are realistic.
It's
Yeah.
so real.
Can I show you
Watch
something
the
real
new
quick
one.
since you like Supernatural?
100%.
Oh
Oh.
crap. Does she have something amazing that you're going to be super jealous about?
Oh, I love it. You don't even get
I
the
know
reference,
that
Melissa.
There's like a
But
glare.
I can kind
mean,
of
I've seen the
understand it.
show.
I
It's the
watched-
road so far.
I watched
I
it to
love
the
it.
6th season for you.
You did.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It was sweet. I
now-
got into it.
You did.
Yeah.
I did.
You need to finish it.
Yeah, you do. You have to stick it out.
I know.
It's time for
just
me to
been
start my
busy.
yearly rewatch. I've seen it probably 20
She's like,
times.
what
God.
episode
all
are you on?
seasons.
And
Yeah,
she
all
can
the
tell
time.
me exactly what happened in every single episode. And I'm like, you're a freak of nature.
So
I just
where
watched
I
the
live,
Mystery Spot one yesterday
That's the
because it was
best.
Groundhog's Day. I can never say it right. I always say Groundhog Day.
that's really good. That's,
But
I
anyway.
mean, that's one of the best episodes
You need
of all time.
speech therapy.
I do. I really
You
do.
totally would learn. Oh,
Right?
It's fine.
Can you
Oh,
send me a
gosh.
link?
Yeah, I have it. I
Hey,
do
we need to get
actually
us a
kind of think I
sponsor.
should try to get rid of some of the likes.
Yeah. Just edit
Ugh.
them out. Since we've been on the
You
phone, I was
do.
gonna say since we've been on the phone with you. That's how old I am. Since we've been on this live, I don't think you've said it at all.
Yeah.
I said it very intentionally when I
Yes,
brought it
yes,
up.
we
Yeah.
got that
And
one.
I
but-
needed to see what Cassie was, if she was going to agree that I do say it a lot.
I mean, we both do it. I cut out what I can. Sometimes it just doesn't work. But I cut out a lot of the ums and the
Yes.
likes are harder because I feel like you you say it with your like sentence, so it's harder for me to cut out. What with the ums, you're like and then I can cut that out really easily.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do ums and so.
Melissa does so much. But she'll be like, so when we had, and it's all one word, and I'm like, there's no
Mhm.
space in there. Like, where do
That's
I
hard
get
to
the
cut
O out?
yeah.
I make Cassie work hard enough with my sniffle noises because I have a deviated septum, so I'm always like,
Oh, I had my dog snoring today, and Whitney's like, it was
You're gonna have
once,
to
it was
kick Lucy
fine.
out.
You gotta kick Lucy out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
Aw.
You
Poor
sound
mine are right
gassy.
here. They're sleeping.
Mine is under my feet sleeping as well. But I said, you have to kick her out because you sound gassy. And I don't think that you
Yes.
want that.
She's an English bulldog, so she snores like nobody's business.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Cute.
I wouldn't
though.
It's
mind.
so loud. It's so loud.
So loud.
Oh. Oh God.
Caitlin's got little tiny wiener dogs, and she always yells at them, and I'm like, they're not that loud. Like,
No, this last time, the really crazy stuff was my neighbor upstairs.
Mhm.
The one that you put into an episode of ours, Cassie, was that from a Zoom that we did? That was from the Zoom that we did recently, right? When you were sick?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were Zooming, and you could literally hear in the episode recording my neighbor pounding around upstairs.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And so she just turned it into a funny because I
Yeah.
thought it was my boyfriend like showing up back at home after working. And I go out there and I'm like,
He's not here.
babe.
New
And she's
episode?
like recording my screen to make sure that, you know,
don't die.
she
No
can
ghosts
broadcast
pop
my
up.
murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking ghost. She's thinking murder.
I mean, it's very telling that's how we fall on that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So then we come back and she was trying to do spooky noises with it. It was a fun one that we just kind
Yeah,
of
I
were
put like
goofing
creepy
around.
music behind it, and it's super suspenseful. And then
That's cute.
I
Yeah.
had fun with it.
All right. Cassie is currently auditioning co-host because that was
Because she
real
fired
and
Caitlin.
Caitlin did not
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
The ghost got her.
Yes.
That's how I announce it on the podcast.
Yeah.
We also will be revealing the footage later today at 2 p.m. We will be going live.
Mhm.
You will see the footage of the ghosts.
Gotta get ratings.
Yeah. It's all about those likes.
Likes.
Like.
Yeah. So tell us about y'all's future plans. I know y'all are going to be at the PNW.
True Crime Fest. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was like, I know the
Mhm.
name of it.
Yeah. We are super excited about that. And it's several months away, but I'm already like, do we have more information? I need to book our Airbnb. I need to start purchasing the cosmetics that I will require for this special event. I
The
have
outfits.
Oh
Mhm.
Yep.
yes, outfits,
Yep.
outfits.
Yeah. And we're gonna have merch by then. So then we're like, do
What?
we do a special merch item just for PNW True Crime Fest? I think so. Do we
Well-
have a special booth where I've already several months in advance planned a special surprise for Cassie? Yeah.
Oh God.
She's like, I'm afraid now.
I might be busy that weekend.
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
oh shoot. I got
Better wash my hair.
plans.
That would be
Yeah.
awful. I just leave you hanging.
So
I usually have a co-host, but
Yeah.
we applied to be a podcast there because we have covered PNW cases before, but I think they're wanting to stay strictly local podcasters.
Oh.
I was
I'm guessing
unclear on that.
there's very little information out there
Yes.
on this one.
That is
Mhm.
true. Yeah, I've been kind of hounding them. There was a period of like 3 weeks after we applied, where I was just waiting to hear back. And then they went past the point when we were supposed to be notified. And for like a 2-week period after that, I was like, okay, so
Refresh.
Do they have a
Yeah,
do they have a
exactly.
timeline of how quick you'll know from your application? I didn't read the instructions.
nope. And they were supposed to have stopped actually taking applications
Okay.
like back in October. And then I just saw another one popped up and I'm like, that's great. I'm excited for there to be more shows. But I thought the applications were closed because we found out about it pretty close to the deadline. So I was, of course, it's just in a total tizzy trying to get our application in on
In a
time. And I'm
panic.
like, oh, okay. So it was really no pressure. Cool.
So CrimeCon is exactly the same way. They don't let you
Oh.
know until like last minute.
Oh,
we
no.
were at CrimeCon Austin, which was great
Mhm.
because that's where I live. So
Yeah.
it was easy for us, honestly. But we applied to be on Podcast Row because it's the same application process and they narrow it down. They try to, mix it up. Of course, they have like the regulars, but then they try to mix it up with a few indie, they have a whole process. I don't know.
A few of us token indie cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few of us. And they didn't let us know anything for a very long time. Well, we kind of started emailing like, hey, we're trying to make our fall or our summer
Yeah.
travel list.
I was like, I don't
can
even
you-
know when it was. What
it was
season?
June.
It was
June?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so I was like, we're trying to make our schedule, we're trying to plan in advance. Any update?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to know next month. And then the next
was
month it was, we're going
always-
to know the next month. Oh,
Oh no.
But that
3
was
weeks.
COVID. I give them
It was
that.
COVID.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the height of all of that. And then they told us like 2.5 weeks before CrimeCon that we were on Podcast Row.
And we
my
had nothing.
gosh.
like we didn't own a
We had nothing.
tablecloth.
So we bought it all.
I'm
the
already
podcast.
way ahead of you guys on that front.
You
We
got
have
it.
Do
to
we
You
buy
need
got
a
it.
tablecloth?
They usually supply them, but we didn't know that at the time. So we bought
Oh,
tablecloths.
Did they supply? I don't.
They did for our one table, but we had 2 tables because we
yeah,
brought
'cause we
our
were
own
at a
table.
corner.
Oh my gosh. They're like, you get one.
So
It's like
we
when you go
bought-
through the drive-thru.
you can pay for a
napkin.
Yeah. One
you-
sauce pack. That's
Yeah.
it. I'm like, I'm a sauce person. Can I
Yeah.
please have 2?
Yeah, exactly.
We bought everything.
What do you mean I
had-
have to pay for ketchup? That's not fair.
No, ketchup is free in America. Damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up ordering a backdrop, getting it in time from
like-
China.
Yeah, we had to
That was
pay
it. Oh my
expedited
gosh.
shipping from China because it was cheaper to buy it and expedite it from China than it was to have it made in the U.S.
Okay, and then we were very worried it wouldn't
Oh.
come out, but it came out very good.
Mhm.
After like the
awesome.
5th time of us telling them.
We were trying to explain
Oh,
like the
it's
design
tough.
we wanted.
It's tough.
We're like, we want this here and this here because it's kind of like patterned. It's almost like a picture backdrop on like a red carpet or something. So it's got like,
Yeah.
it's patterned. And I'm like, well, I want our logo, but I also want like CC&C separate. And so they send us cults, crimes, and Cabernet. Like, so it'd be like cults, crimes, Cabernet.
It was done.
And I'm like, you can't even read this. Go back.
Oh,
Go
no.
back. Start over.
Try it again.
And so I tried to re-explain it. And they were like, no. So I drew them a picture and was like, don't use this because it's terrible quality. But this is what I want it to look like.
Oh my
And they
gosh.
finally got it
That
right.
is so funny.
It was a great
Oh.
experience. So we really had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Imports are tough.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's
So-
awesome.
So we need to
We're-
order a backdrop now, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would. I
It's
think they're
already
worth-
on my checklist.
I think they're
I'm
worth
not
the
kidding, you
investment.
guys.
If I were to give you like advice, I think they're worth the investment. We've used it how many times now?
Quite a few. We carry it
Yeah.
with us. I mean, we don't carry it with us, but like we went to a
Just
Everywhere.
in my purse.
It's in
To
my
the
purse,
grocery
yeah.
store.
You never know where the opportunities can arise.
And
Um,
we're live.
Right in
Brought
front
to
of
you
this
by the
car crash.
local Winn-Dixie. We are down here at the Piggly Wiggly. Come take a picture with our backdrop.
No, we
Oh my
we flew to
gosh.
Savannah for another convention, and like we just like packed it with us.
Yeah.
So like it's nice. It's just cloth, so it's easy to carry with you. And
I know there's going to be another one that's coming up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area this year. They also have no details available.
Which one is it?
Currently,
currently.
True Crime Podcast Festival.
Yes.
Go.
We were there last year at the it
Yeah.
was in Kansas City.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. So we have some friends that did it at they went to the Kansas City one because that was pretty close.
Who were your
for
Who are
them.
your friends?
Yeah,
'Cause we
do
were
have
there.
friends. Seriously Sinister.
Oh, that's who we were just recording with right before.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my
We
god.
love them so much.
That was our
We're like,
first,
we gotta go.
ever.
Sorry, guys. Bye.
Yeah. Oh.
Did you tell them who you were on with?
Hey, Amanda.
No,
we
We didn't.
I'll have to text Trevin and tell him.
Tell them we said hi.
Yeah.
No, we just
That's
went
great.
over, we just chatted and then talked a couple of petty crimes with alcohol.
Love it.
I'm so excited for that. When does this come out?
Oh, when are we releasing that one? I don't think we have it on schedule yet.
Yeah,
Whenever I get it
that's
edited, it'll be a Friday when I get it.
probably.
Yeah.
We're going to
So-
Colorado next week, so
We're
Oh,
on
wow.
tour next week. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I cannot wrap my head around the fact that it's February.
oh no, same.
Nope, it's January. That's the
Yeah.
month it is.
I'm still in 1994, so whatever.
Oh, okay.
Can I come with you?
With alcohol now.
I refuse to believe that it's like 30 years from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, because then how old would that make us? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Exactly. I
Not
told my husband
happening.
today that I'm 29 for the rest of my life and he can
Yeah.
just get over it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that would be a great one for you guys to go to. I mean, in
Yeah.
Dallas, we will, if we hear anything, we'll definitely let you know. We will be there.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, are you guys recommending it? Because you're not, I was like,
No,
are
we
you
will be
going? Like, is it good or are you?
It's good.
No, it was one of the best conventions we've been to, I would say.
Okay.
Yes.
We went, I will say our experience is not going to be the same as everyone's experience because we
Sure.
went in Kansas City when it was COVID and there
And
was
it's
not a
very
lot
small.
of participants that came, but there were several podcasts and they do such an excellent job of letting podcasts network and letting us get to know each other that it's
That's
100% worth it.
Oh,
Because like at
that's
Crime
great.
Con, you don't have a lot of time to talk with these people
Yeah.
because you're talking with them. People are coming up to you. They're talking to you. The after hours thing, if you're at the bar or if y'all go out to dinner together, people are constantly interrupting. So the True
Yeah.
Crime Podcast Festival does such an amazing job of allowing time for us to collaborate as creators, but also to collaborate and interact with fans and listeners. And we love it. So we 100% will be there in Dallas. I'm thankful I get to drive to it this time. Unless I'll have to fly in for it.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Yes, there's some. We've met so many amazing people there. Like those are like our people now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That
like the
we met
best
there.
part.
Well,
Oh, yay.
that's where we spent the most time with Justin from Generation Y, the most time from
Mhm.
Kelly. That's where we met Eric from
Yeah.
True Consequences. So
gosh.
everyone we're going on tour with next week is from the
Yeah.
True Crime Podcast Festival.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so much
awesome.
fun.
I'm so excited. I wish I could just go to Colorado next week.
Well, if you don't want to come to
Yeah.
Colorado, we
No.
are selling virtual tickets, so you can watch Friday night live.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
We're gonna live stream it.
I want that.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I cannot wait. I'm so freaking excited.
So exciting. I would just really like to go to Colorado to see it live, but I will.
yeah,
I will.
I mean, also
settle
you could do
for-
that. It's
yeah,
really
Yeah.
just
cheap.
check
To,
your flights. Like
it's really
sometimes those
cheap
last
to fly into Denver.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, look,
Chris.
Wait, is your boyfriend named Chris? I don't think I can
Yeah.
handle another Chris in my life.
Oh, well,
My husband is Chris. Kelly.
he's really quiet. He's clean. He's well behaved.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My husband's not really quiet. He's a social butterfly, and
Yeah.
but he does all of our work.
Melissa's
for us.
husband, his name's Chris. Kelly from True Crime RRL, her friend and ex-husband, his
So
name's
funny.
Chris. My brother-in-law's name's Chris. I just have a lot of Chris's in my life.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. You know what
Oh
though?
my
I feel
gosh.
like I'm digging the Chris energy personally.
Yeah.
these days. Like
I will
they,
say, I don't think I've ever met like a terrible Chris.
No
No.
terrible Chris's.
No.
they don't
I-
exist. Wait,
no.
well,
Mm,
Oh, uh-oh.
Chris
It's
Watt.
live. Don't say anything. Oh.
Chris Watts.
well, Chris
That's
Watts. Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Oh,
wait for
shit,
it. Wait
that's a
for it.
pretty
They'll
bad
catch
one.
up. They'll catch
Whew.
up.
But I don't know him, so it doesn't
Yeah.
count, right?
I feel like I
Right.
know him after watching the Netflix film.
Yeah,
and
American
I don't
Murder.
like him.
Yes, we can agree. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was gonna say like 80s Chris's are super awesome, but then he was most likely born in the 80s because I think he's around our age.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
there's no way to get rid of him.
There's
Sorting
no
him out.
way.
Yeah.
Okay, 80s
well.
Chris's that don't murder their families.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like our one bugaboo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Our one little
Yeah, that's a problem for us.
Yeah.
yeah
We're not
hard
doing
line
that.
right there. You can't murder your family.
Yeah, they must have. Lou, were they born in the 80s or near the 80s? Her sis is a Chris and her nephew is a Chris. That's funny.
Oh my god.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
They are. Watch out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's on y'all's docket outside of the PNW True Crime Fest? What do y'all got coming
Well,
up? That's
now-
exciting.
Now we know we got to start looking at tickets for Dallas because that
Yeah.
was kind of we were on the fence.
Don't
I
be.
would have liked to have gone to CrimeCon this year, but it just the dates are just a little too soon, and then I've got like 2 weddings I have to go to
Oh.
like within 6 weeks of it, and it's just
Mhm.
it's not ideal.
Mhm.
But I've heard a lot of the same feedback from other podcasters. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
We know that, Chris.
Yeah,
I
we
was
know
like,
that
we
one.
don't, we
I
don't
was like, I
know
don't know
that, Chris.
that Chris.
Oh gosh. Babe, how long have you been listening? Just kidding.
Oh, that's your Chris?
Yeah.
That's my Chris.
Oh, well, that's good. At
Well,
least.
Caitlin's Chris, y'all are coming to Dallas and or Vegas and or Colorado. So just
Yeah.
sign them up.
You got any PTO available for next week?
Yes.
Oh.
Next week is gonna be tough. We do have a
Okay.
concert here in town, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna do CrimeCon, but I've been looking for some more paranormal events, and I don't know why we can't seem to find.
Well, we just
So-
came upon somewhere or one today. What was it called, Melissa? In Champaign, Illinois.
Yeah, it's called
Dark.
Dark History and
Hold on, I'm looking.
But okay, while Whitney's looking that up, the True Crime Podcast Festival, it had a live show that was called True Crime Adjacent, where they actually had multiple paranormal podcasts like do
Yeah.
a show. Like there's a guy that
I love
does, like,
that.
yeah. They had probably like 3 or 4 podcasts that were all paranormal stuff.
Oh, I didn't know
At
that.
that True Crime. Yes, they do.
Oh, cool.
So
We'll
we
have
can
to
make
keep an
friends
eye out
with
for that.
them too.
Yes.
Yeah.
My Christopher listening, what is Brandon's podcast?
Oh,
you know what
watch it. Southern Gothic.
Southern Gothic.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
And
what's
then
the
Oh, I can't.
Eric, our friend Eric,
yes,
has
our friend
Dos
Eric.
Bucanos.
yeah.
He has a
Oh,
true crime
cool.
podcast and a more paranormal
Paranormal,
and
yeah.
mythical. Like they talk about like skinwalkers and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
chupacabras.
Cassie.
I love all that. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Amazing.
I shared in here. So that's called the Dark History Con. It's in Champaign, Illinois this year in
Very
August.
cool.
yeah, it's in
and-
August.
Our friend Bob Mata, his dad was the defense attorney for John Wayne Gacy. He will be there, and that's how we learned about this. So if you haven't
What?
listened to Defense Diaries, do it, because he has never heard before interview footage between his dad and John Wayne
Gacy.
Gacy. And he actually just
Ooh.
like dropped a big bomb this past year with it about the evidence that really nailed the coffin in John Wayne Gacy's trial was planted.
Yes. Never like,
Oh.
and he discovered this by doing the podcast and interviewing
Oh my
the police.
gosh.
It's crazy. It's an amazing
Wow.
podcast. Yeah. We met him at the True Crime Podcast Festival.
Stop it.
Yeah. If you're going to go to one,
Why are you doing this to my heart?
I would go to that one.
Yes. If you
Okay.
had to pick one you have to travel to, 100% it's worth it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm super excited about that. As much as I would love to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Right, Cassie?
Yeah.
I
will
go
tell
next
you-
week.
Well,
CrimeCon
Cassie, you
is
can come
great.
next week.
Yeah.
Is it?
CrimeCon is great, but you're not going to get the quality
Yeah.
interactions as you will at True Crime Podcast Festival. And
Yeah.
also, Vegas is a very expensive weekend that weekend because it's
Yes.
also the NFL draft.
Oh.
It's the same weekend
See,
as CrimeCon.
I'm sure I knew that. I'm sure I was thinking of that, you know?
Mhm.
So it's super
Yeah.
expensive. We've since learned.
Yeah.
Oh my
very expensive.
gosh. Crazy.
But
Can
Colorado
they change the weekend?
Colorado's
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm so sorry. Could you please push back the NFL draft? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
bunch of
obviously we're
murdery
not
people.
moving CrimeCon.
No, because a bunch of murdery people are coming into
I mean,
town.
They're expecting like 6,000 people at CrimeCon.
Wow.
Dang.
So I mean, for like getting more listeners to know your podcast, like that's a great venue to do that, to just like learn about podcasting and connect with other podcasters.
Yeah.
The True Crime Podcast Festival is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I did reach out to the CrimeCon people because, like I said, I've heard kind of some of this feedback from other people, and I thought, well, we definitely can't make it, but I have heard that you can take out ad space even if you can't make it. So we might do that. It's very expensive. Correct.
Is it?
Everything with CrimeCon is
Oh.
very expensive.
In the thousands.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like maybe I'll come into some money because magic.
I don't know if they happen to have like a virtual option this year.
If you
They
can do a
did-
virtual podcast row, if they're going to offer that this year, 100% worth it. We
Yeah.
did that our first year.
It was awesome.
Did
Like,
you?
and we still
Okay.
met people.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it was
cool.
very cool.
They have like
There's so many things. We're
so
like,
many.
ugh.
Yeah. It's
I will
crazy.
say there's a lot less conventions this year, though, than there have been in the past. People have
Yeah.
a lot of other podcasters we've been talking with have said there's nothing to go to this year.
Yeah.
And there's still quite a bit, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
So there's
I'm already
even
trying to figure
more?
it out. Usually.
I mean, there's
Oh.
a lot of meetups, like true crime meetups, that
Mhm.
will like just a few podcasters will meet in a city and have, their listeners show up, which we're doing one of those in March.
in New Orleans. Yep.
In New Orleans.
And in
yes.
Mobile.
And Mobile. Yeah. Where we're just going to go to like a brewery. I don't even know where it's at. And then just have people to show up and hang out
Yep.
with us and drink. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
I mean, you got like, there's a few podcasters up there. I would assume like there'd be something going on.
Yeah.
A true crime night.
PNW True Crime Fest. This is their first year.
Oh,
We
is
don't
it their
re-
first year?
Yeah, we don't. I mean, we just don't really have anything like that out here.
Mm.
I guess we
Unless
just are
they're
where
all
this-
having parties and not telling us.
They're keeping it on the DL. No.
Don't invite
Um,
them.
I don't know.
invite
It's different.
only.
It's definitely, I don't know.
It's a community.
It is
And
a
I'm sure,
community.
I feel like the paranormal kind of community is kind of the same. Everyone's kind of
is.
pretty welcoming there. Do y'all have a TikTok?
Mhm.
We do. Yeah, we do. We have a Twitter also recently because, man, apparently you can't get by with just Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, I honestly, it's so much to manage. I have a ton of fun with it, but it's TikTok. I feel like in particular is
Yeah.
so time consuming.
Yes.
It is. Oh my
It's
gosh.
so time consuming.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
not as we're not as like oh my gosh.
Proficient
Like,
as
consistent.
TikTok?
well versed or
Yeah,
Consistent.
we're
Okay.
not very consistent at
On
TikTok, at
TikTok.
all.
Oh yeah, no,
My
we're not
husband
either.
is, but
Yeah,
on his
No,
own.
I mean,
like,
we
but
try.
it's
Yeah.
it is kind of time consuming.
I also
It
think
is.
that a lot of ours is where we are. where our focus is with our podcast is we don't want to make fun of anything or we don't want to put down anything.
Yeah.
And it's really, there's a fine line in true crime where it comes to advocating for a case and making fun of a victim. And so we're real making sure, like we're very, very adamant to make sure that we never, ever put a victim down. And so there's not a lot of content we can create.
Yeah.
That's not just about cases we cover. Like, I don't think there's a lot of like fun content we can make. Like, no one's going to want to see us dancing. Whitney can't dance.
It's very true. It's, you know, I want to see you guys dance. So don't be ridiculous. Yeah. I think there are other podcasters that I do see. They do a lot of like the fun challenges and they just make it about kind of doing some of the TikTok trends.
Yeah.
And so it's just the people that already really love their show, just kind of already, you know, they just gravitate to that.
Yeah.
But
we're not there yet. I try every now and then. We're like, oh, we really should duet this. And then
I know.
Yeah.
I send me and Cassie duet stuff all the time. And I'm like, in a perfect world where we didn't have, you know, quote unquote real jobs. So
well, you'll get there. We just recently moved to full-time podcasters.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
So exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm on like week 3 of not working full time and doing the podcast. Yeah.
Do you love it?
I do. Like at first I thought, I was like, I'm gonna be so bored, but literally there's enough podcast stuff to keep you up to
we have a
date.
lot of really big things coming. We've done quite a bit of planning that we can't really share yet, but in the coming days, things are happening.
Yeah.
So awesome. I'm so excited for you guys.
Yes. I can't wait to hear.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
But
it's awesome. I do love it. Like that this is just what we do.
And we decided that as long as we're still having fun doing it and we're making positive change, we're going to continue to do it.
Yeah. And today we worked well over 8 hours on the podcast.
We did.
Right.
Some days, I mean, it's only a couple of hours, but like days like today, since we woke up pretty much.
Yeah.
Today was a very heavy podcast day because Whitney's like, we can do that on the 3rd. Yeah, we can do that on the 3rd. Yeah, we can do that on the 3rd. Then I'm like, shit, the 3rd's booked. How did this happen?
How many hours do you think there are in the day that you keep referring to as the 3rd?
Unlimited. It's unlimited.
Yeah.
If it happens on February 3rd, like it'll work out. It's fine.
Yeah.
No. And now tomorrow we get to sleep in. Well, I have older kids, so I really
shut up.
I don't.
Cannot.
My children are awake by 7:30 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm awake at like 5:30 every day. So.
Oh my goodness.
My mom.
But we get the marathon sessions.
That's my mom.
That's
hi mom.
Yeah.
She's the best.
I told my mom to log on. Is she on here? Mom, say hi.
I can't. I'm not good at it.
I
haven't figured out how to look at a list.
There's 7 people on Facebook.
That's all I can tell. Yep. That's all I can tell too.
Yeah.
She doesn't love me.
My mom loves me too much because she spent the day making wine glass charms for us to put into our store.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is real love.
Cassie, your mom's here.
Mommy.
Hi, Cassie's mom.
She does love me.
Hi, I'm Cassie's mom. You are. We love you.
Oh, your mom is
so
cute.
Special.
Oh, I love moms.
Me too. They're the best.
They are.
Okay, so tell everyone where they can find you. Did we already do this? I feel like I've asked this question 14 times today.
No, it's like after recording a few episodes, you're like, we're 9 hours in. What the hell do we usually say? Someone say it.
And don't try to change it up what you say, because then it's going to be a shit show for literally a month.
Yeah.
We just changed our ending, and man, it's been rough.
We used to end all of our episodes with kindness only, kindness always, because that's kind of like the lifestyle we live. And then we decided, Melissa moved away to Florida and I live in Texas, and we kind of I don't want to say rebranded because we didn't really rebrand ourselves,
No,
but we came across this saying of no matter where and no matter who.
Aw.
And that's kind of our thing is like, we don't have
yeah.
parameters on what cases we cover. It's no matter where it is, no matter who it is, like we're going to cover it. And so we're like, let's shift into this role. And now we're like, when we end the podcast, it's
Awkward.
like Anchorman. It's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. What am I supposed to say?
Oh my God. We do
How
that
do you
constantly.
go into that? So we're still figuring that out. Like we're like 6 episodes in now.
Yeah, we're trying.
Of this new no matter where. And I'm like, that didn't feel right, but we're going to go with it. It's fine.
Feels awkward still.
Yeah. Well,
It's
we do
perfect
it.
though.
Yeah. We do a tarot video. So we actually record and our video setup just got a major upgrade around Christmas time.
Ooh, Santa was nice.
Yeah, Santa was very
Mhm.
nice. But we just were like, we literally are unqualified. We don't know how to use this. We could not get it set up for the life of us. And then we finally get it going. And I saw this in the video, Cassie, and I'm not taking it out. She's just like, I don't know what to do with my hands. But she did it so fast. And I was so busy, like trying to be like, okay, like, are we good on? Like, and so I didn't notice it in the moment. I just saw like her hand for a second, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Does she have like a tick or what is that?
It's fine.
But
Well, then you're there staring at the screen the whole time, looking at yourself, and I'm like, no, look at the camera.
I do the same thing. I'm like, does my hair look okay? What
Yeah.
is this?
The headphones were new. We got the Elgato set up for the video, and we spent
The
2
what?
hours.
The cat? The what?
That's what I said.
It's for the videos that we do with the tarot readings and stuff, and it's a really cool piece of equipment, but yeah, we don't feel qualified to use it. And
That's us with drones.
Yeah, we tried to do that.
Drones?
it's us with everything.
So when we go to these places, Melissa's like, oh, I'm going to bring my husband's drone. We try to fly it, and it's
I
like, we will
saw.
not fly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That was at Chris's. He didn't know the code.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. No, those videos are so cool. I was watching one of them and I'm like, oh my God, I think we need a drone now.
My husband got the DJI Mavic, the small one, and it's really cool. He's going to teach me how to fly it, and I'm going to start stealing it. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to start stealing it.
Okay.
Apparently, my
Ooh.
husband might have this streaming device.
Oh.
That's what my husband
It's
said.
possible.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
Our husbands also have a podcast together. They haven't released it yet, but they've
Stop!
recently
Oh my
started a
God!
podcast
They're
together.
so
Oh my
silly.
God.
It's so
I
cute.
So you
love
guys
them.
are never going back to a day job.
Well, they're gonna have
It's the
some
goal. Our husbands have day jobs, but
That's
that's
awesome.
the goal.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. My
They-
husband, or well, not my husband.
Listen,
Not a
Chris,
doctor.
Christopher SF. Here's your sign.
No. That wouldn't
Interesting.
even be like a funny, not subtle hint. No.
There was no subtlety about that
No.
There was
whatsoever.
Nope. No.
Our wedding is this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's February 3rd.
It's February 3rd
We have 2 hours.
at 9:30 p.m.
Oh
Central
my
Standard Time, not
gosh.
Eastern, because that was an hour ago.
Oh my gosh. No, crack me up.
Wait.
What were we even talking about? Oh my God. It was an accident, I swear.
She's like, I don't even know these people, Chris. It's fine. I don't even know them. Ignore
This will
them.
be forgotten.
No, it's just, you're like, my husband. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
okay. And now whatever
It's
I
fine.
had, it's gone.
Oh, sorry, I did that.
Oh my
That's great.
gosh. What a
What were
dork.
we talking about?
I don't know.
Who knows?
No.
Who knows? My
Does he have a
wedding.
drone? Is he a nerd?
Drone, yes.
We were talking about Caitlin's wedding.
Yes.
The drone.
She's going to wear white, and it's going to be tonight. So get over it.
You're invited.
Mhm.
Everyone on the live is
Hold on.
invited.
I've got to Google how to get ordained. How fast can
Oh
I do
my
that?
gosh.
I bet you could do it in 5 minutes.
I
Totally.
feel like you could.
Oh my gosh. Chris is like, okay.
The United National Ministry Ordination form only takes about 5 minutes to fill out online.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
You got 5 minutes?
It's happening.
Oh my God.
And Chris just left the line.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like,
He's like now disconnecting the router so that she can be disconnected.
This is out of control.
Yeah.
We've gone way too far.
No, the slip of
drone.
the tongue was that I think he would like for us to have a drone, number one, but he would definitely keep the flying in his wheelhouse. That like we wouldn't be touching it.
I
You would
mean,
never be allowed.
I feel
Yeah.
like my husband also has that preference, but I also feel like I don't give him that option.
Right. Well,
My husband's
I
is
know.
scary because it's like a big one.
His is
and
a
I
big
feel
one.
like you can like
His
chop
is like
your
a
head off.
phantom. Yeah.
oh,
his is a
so
big
it's
one.
like actually scary.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's scary. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
like
scary.
you could be physically injured.
Oh yeah, it will like cut your grass. So I'm just assuming it would cut my
Cut
leg.
your grass.
It will. We had to do it once.
Is that you trying to sneak something past us? Oh my gosh.
No, we sat it on the lawn, our front lawn.
Outside the yard. It's green. It's grass. It was like Bermuda.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Yeah, I have to get him a drone for sure. He'll help us do something for the podcast, I'm sure. But
Yeah,
we
that
keep
would be awesome.
joking that like, we
Always.
can't wait to quit our day job. Like me, Cassie, and Chris, we're all gonna
Do it.
Does Pat want to quit his job, Cassie?
No.
No. Oh,
Makes
let's-
far too much.
Ooh, she answered real quick.
Not an
No.
option. Sorry.
I won't let you.
They're set up kind of like us then, because it's like me, you, and your Chris, and then my husband's like, I'm supporting from afar because I'm an introvert and I don't like people.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, we just keep joking. We can't wait for my Chris to become a stay-at-home house husband. But
Oh,
Yep.
my Chris.
Oh,
is
Slash
both of our husbands do say that. Like,
He
y'all
has plans.
get that podcast going so we can be stay-at-home house husbands.
Yes, all the time.
he'd go
I'm like,
stir crazy though. Like it's definitely one of those things where you're like, the dream, but you're like, we'd literally probably go nuts. Like,
Yeah, that's my Chris, and he's just all about staying. Well, he's retired military, and he said once he retired, which was in his 30s, that he was gonna just like work at Walmart as a door greeter. And I'm like, no,
Oh my
you're not.
gosh.
Aw.
No, you're not.
Sorry, sir, you don't qualify.
yeah. So he's already had his height. I have not agreed to this. No, he definitely hasn't. No.
Wait. Have you not agreed to being the stay-at-home house husband, or you've not agreed to the wedding that's happening in 7 minutes?
Or the drone.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the drone.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Yes. Which this are you referring to, sir?
I think he's saying the stay-at-home house husband because it is a
Yeah.
joke.
Mhm.
Oh.
Chris said, "Go
What?
put on a nice
Put on
shirt."
a nice
But-
Your Chris
For
is
the
pushing for the wedding.
Yeah,
Oh,
obviously.
oh,
Yeah.
I was like, what is he even talking about?
Sarcasm.
Well, guess they should have gotten on to support the podcast, huh?
yeah.
They're lost. They're lost.
Listen, I had a surprise wedding, so like I'm all for that kind of mentality. It was the best thing I ever did.
Oh, that's cool.
We
Yeah.
sent out invites for an engagement party, and those who showed up got to see my wedding. Those who didn't show up didn't get to see
Aw.
anything.
Amazing.
That's great.
I 100% recommend
Chris,
it.
you're still on, right?
Idea.
I
Don't give away the secret.
100% recommend it. I would not have done it any other way. And then I went to Hawaii for 10 days, and everybody bashed me on Facebook for not having a real wedding because they didn't go to my engagement party.
oh.
They should have came.
Here's my thought. You can't support me for an engagement party. I don't want you at my wedding anyway.
Yeah. I've been
That's
saying
true.
for years that a destination wedding is a great way to like sort out the riffraff
There you go.
from your reception. But I think, you know what? Go big or go home.
Aunt Thelma is riff raff. She's gotta go. She's booted.
Sorry, Thelma. You're not
Yeah.
getting
You're
invited.
done.
Oh,
And
God.
kids
love it.
climb up
Fun.
Mount Fiji, you're not coming.
Yeah.
No. This has been fun. We'll have to do this again.
So fun.
Yes.
Because I
Oh.
totally want a tarot reading.
Yes. Yeah. And we would
will.
love to have you guys on the show.
Just send us a
Mhm.
date, and it's
Yeah.
not February 3rd because we're booked.
Yeah. No, it turns out you're officiating the ceremony.
Turns out
Guys,
I've
We've
got
got
to
a
be at a
wedding.
wedding. I've got a wedding that day.
Yeah.
Whitney books 3 people on the podcast and a wedding. Like that's
Wow.
how booked we
I mean,
are.
can you believe
Just-
this woman?
On National Golden Retriever Day of all days.
Oh.
I have a golden retriever. That's the only reason I know that.
Oh.
That's adorable.
Her name is Tonks.
I love that. Oh my gosh. I love that. I
So
actually
cute.
have Tonks's wand right here.
These are our people.
I know.
How
I love
convenient, right?
I know.
Right?
First of all,
She
she
like-
has a supernatural poster.
She's like,
I have-
I just have this. I just
Yeah.
have this.
Meanwhile,
What else
Chris is
did I
like,
pull
they're
out?
our people because
I
I want
have a
to.
box
I want to
of
see the
Funko
drones.
Pops.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look. I have
Wait,
a big
hold on.
one.
Look at Dobby. He's the cutest.
Chris has
Oh,
Funko Pops.
Dobby. I have Dobby too. Where's
He
Dobby?
has so many.
Oh, you have a
No.
snake? So this is my advent calendar. Oh my God. We
Your
are the
advent
same
calendar
person.
you did not give your children.
That's right.
Oh
I
my
kept it.
gosh!
I love
Stop!
that. This is
Look
great.
at look at Hedwig.
Oh my god!
And Hedwig's cousin.
Hedwig. Oh.
Oh my
So
god!
I feel like one of those TikTokers that's like, check out my mini brand.
right?
I love those TikTokers.
I know.
I do. I'm
Draco.
Oh my gosh! I
Oh,
love it.
love
Nobody cares
it.
about Draco.
Nobody cares.
I love Draco. Okay. I was a
Hagrid.
big
I
Draco
mean,
fan.
it turns out Hermione does.
So
Oh,
we
yes.
heard. So we heard on New Year's.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a Crookshanks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I have a Fang. Well, there's a bunch more, but these are the best.
Oh.
Oh, that one's a
So
cutesy
cute.
one.
That's the
Yeah.
best.
And then of course I have like all the other people, but
Oh, I love that.
I got to figure out where
Oh
I'm
my
gonna put them
gosh.
up in here. So
You're crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Photos
Great,
when
well,
you do.
Yes.
You guys, we're gonna set a date
Yep.
because we want to have
Yes.
you on, and then also prepare yourselves because we are going to absolutely flood you with questions about this fancy application you use to make this witchcraft happen
I used
for
an
this
application?
live.
This
Oh,
the live.
Oh,
The program.
They're like, what?
okay.
I was like, what did we do?
I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
send you any form to apply for anything.
She's like, I think someone stole your credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't
Yeah.
think I made them apply to be on our podcast. Did I?
Yeah.
I was like,
Obviously,
We're so
not.
big
would've
now you have
screened
to
us
apply.
Yeah.
StreamYard is awesome though. Yeah.
It's 100% worth it. So we're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We have a Twitch channel. We're trying it out.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Usually we're on Twitter live, but I wanted to try out our Twitch. We're in MLM now. That's what your husband just said.
Oh God.
You can add more channels if you pay for the larger version, but we're just in this like the basic version. What are we in? I don't know. We're in the middle row. Not
Whatever
the,
was
not,
on
the, not the
sale.
expensive row and not the free row.
Yeah.
We're in the middle row.
All right.
And
The
you get
most
3
popular,
channels.
as they like to say.
Yeah, the recommended.
Yes.
Yes,
Amazon's choice.
precisely.
Yeah.
Lou said it might
like
be the
it.
pro.
Something like that.
Got a
Yeah.
ring to it.
But it's
All right,
pretty-
well,
pretty nice.
we're going to look into the free
Good to know.
version to
Yeah.
start, but
You'll
Try
love
it out.
it.
yeah.
Do y'all record together? Like
Like,
y'all
are
get
you-
together
Normally.
to record?
Yeah, normally
Yeah.
we do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is
professional.
Professional is the actual.
Oh,
Lou
that
just
means-
signed up, so she knows because she just
Yes.
signed up as well.
Professional.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Okay,
what-
perfect. I'll just
Good to know.
forward all of my questions to Lou
Sweet.
then, it sounds
She
like.
can probably tell you.
yeah, it was
New best
great
friends.
meeting you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone-
do you want us to tell everyone where to find us? Because we never actually
Yeah.
did that.
Because I
Caitlin.
asked you like 20 minutes ago.
And we started talking about the wedding.
Yeah.
It happens.
Go put
Yeah.
your veil in real quick.
Constantly. Yeah.
All right, where can we find you?
We're on pretty much every streaming platform: Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts,
The
all of them.
usual.
Yeah. And then you can find us on any social media at PNW Haunts and Homicides, all spelled out, no special characters.
Except for
Nice.
Twitter, it's PNWHNH because
Oh,
they have a strict character limit on the you're like,
We
I don't
know.
know, it looks the same
I
to
don't
me.
do
So
the
dumb.
Twitter.
I
Yeah.
don't do the Twitter
I
either,
do
but-
the
Doesn't do it
tweeting.
either.
I do the chirping.
Yeah.
Tweet, tweet.
That's all
Do
I
you
do.
have crap? Where was I going with that thought process?
I don't know. We have an email. Is that what you were going to ask?
Nope.
She's
Emails
like,
are
I
important.
know, I emailed you.
Nope. It'll come back to me later. It's fine.
Okay.
Moving on.
We're looking for stories from people too. So if anyone has
Okay.
any like true crime, paranormal, any witchy stories, any kind of creepy, weird stories, we want to start doing like a kind of like a listener story type episodes where we read everyone's stories. So email us if you have any stories, pnwhauntsandhomicides@gmail.com.
But they don't
And-
have to be from the PNW.
Oh yeah, they don't.
Okay.
Or their sister cities. They could be from
Hey,
anywhere.
Ladessa.
You can be from anywhere.
Yep.
Hi, Ladessa.
Hello.
Hope you're well. She's one of our faves.
Oh.
What? Crap! I lost it again.
Oh no.
Wait, she shuts
my
off
gosh.
at 9:30.
Girlfriend, you need to get some food.
I've had the entire bottle of champagne now.
So like I said, some food.
Some carbs.
Yeah.
Carbs.
We're low carb until the tour.
I ate pizza tonight.
Well, that sounds
I'm like,
dumb.
whatevs.
Terrible. It's terrible. Okay,
No.
so we
All
look
right.
forward to being on your pod for that. That's fun. There is a creepy thing I just saw today. Totally weird. What is a creepy thing? Oh, this thing? What is this?
Yeah. Can you click on it?
Mhm.
I don't know how to click on it.
Me neither. I don't know how to copy that link. Sorry, Lou. I don't know what I'm doing.
Ooh, we'll have to look at it after.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're so glad you came on.
Yeah,
Hopefully
thank you
we-
guys.
Next time we come to the Pacific Northwest, we need to
Yeah.
cover a case in Oregon with them.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that would be
I was
really
gonna tell
cool.
you, there is a creepy person on TikTok.
We love
Probably
creepy
more
people.
than one.
Is that the proper term to say?
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do need to
Creepy
get
people.
Coca-Loba.
Creepy people. That's
I
what we
mean,
call
her
our-
name's Paranormal
listeners.
Amy, and she goes out into cemeteries and talks to the dead, and it's kind of cool. And she goes live when she does it, and it's kind of creepy but cool all at the same time.
Yeah.
I get sucked into her lives more than any other live out there.
Oh, I'll have to go follow. I love cemeteries.
Here you go, Cassie. That's for you.
We did a cemetery tour in Boston, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's my dream, is to go to some cemeteries on the East Coast.
Did you know that
Sleepy
like
Hollow.
half of Boston is basically like man-made on top of cemeteries? They just like
Oh.
when people died and stuff, they just like put all the
Yeah.
refuse and stuff, and then they built buildings on top of it.
Of course they did.
No, thank you.
I'm cool.
No.
It was
I'll
really
see
cool.
myself out.
She's like, and now Boston is off the tour. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
No.
Well,
All
thank you
right.
guys for coming
Thank
on. We'll call it a
you.
night.
Thank you so much.
Yep,
Appreciate it, and we'll, I guess, talk to you soon.
Yay.
Yep.
Bye.
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 Bye.